Hello, my name is Dan Hutchins. I'm the director of the Van Buren District Library, and today I would like to give you a little visual tour of some of the changes we would like to make to Webster Memorial Library. As you know, Van Buren District Library is asking the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs for $100,000 in funds to renovate our facility, and I just wanted to explain why. So first of all, we are standing in the library's community room. The Webster Memorial Library was built in 1959, and if you look around, everything is original to that 1959 construction. And the first thing I will mention is the floor tile here is made of asbestos material, and the floor tile, it extends through the entire community room, but it also extends out into the rest of the library and has been carpeted over the years. And so I feel it's important to remediate that tile and get it out of here. Something else I'll mention to you is the furniture is original to 1959, and material science has come a long way. This furniture, it served its purpose, but it's it's 60 years old, and it's time for some furniture made out of lighter materials that's less wear and tear on the staff and the library patrons who have to move it. And the chairs, heavy metal construction, which is heavy and difficult to stack, and again, a lot of wear and tear on staff and library patrons. I'll also say the materials that the walls, the ceiling are made out of are, again, material science has come a long way. They're not the best for acoustics, and we would like to cover the ceiling and the walls with materials more suited to people with hearing impairments. Same with the audiovisual system. I think that can be enhanced to better suit people with auditory hearing impairments, perhaps vision impairments as well. Something I want to show you next are the restrooms. We have a women's room right here, and we have a men's room right here, and I want to show this to you. The doorway for this restroom is about 26 inches, 26 hair over 26 inches. I can't imagine trying to get a wheelchair into this room, or a walker, or any other type of assistive device. And even if you were able to get in, if I measure the width of this restroom, the width is about 52 inches right here. So that would make it difficult for a person with any kind of mobility issues to maneuver around. So the restroom was obviously built without people with mobility issues in mind. And what we'd like to do is we would like to combine the two restrooms, the men's room and the women's room over here, into a single ADA accessible restroom. My understanding is that the doorway should be closer to 34 inches and the width of the restroom should be closer to 80 inches for ADA accessibility. So while we're talking about accessibility, I'll talk about safety as well. This is our children's area, and it's a nice children's area. The problem with it is that it is close to a main entryway that is adjacent to a busy thoroughfare, and we'll walk out and I'll show it to you. So you walk out of the children's room, right out to an intersection here, and the feeling is that it's not very safe to have a children's room that close to a main entryway adjacent to a thoroughfare. So I'll tell you what we would like to do with the children's area. I'll stop and I'll mention that the carpeting here, which was laid down in 1995, covers more of that asbestos-containing tile that we saw in the community room. In fact, the asbestos-containing tile is placed throughout the entire facility up until a certain point. Actually, up until the end of the reference desk right there. So if we were going to replace the carpet, which is over 25 years old, it would make sense to remediate that tile that is underneath the carpet as well. I'll mention too that we would like to lower all the shelving in the library to a more accessible 66 inches, and as you'll see when we move over to the adult area, a lot of our shelving is a less accessible 80 inches. So our thinking is to move the children's area over to this corner of the library right here, where it would be safer and away from a main entryway and away from dangerous traffic.
There you go.
These shelves right here, we would lower to 66 inches, as you see on the video shelves, and as you see over in the children's area. And I think that's an overview of what we'd like to do, and thank you for considering our grant request.